Hi, welcome to Mom Life Today. Tracey here, and we have a wonderful, amazing guest with us today, Jill Savage of Hearts at Home. And I know you ladies are familiar with her and her ministry, so I just thought we could pick your brain for a little while.
Sounds good.
Okay. If you could kind of go back in time with me to that when you were first a mom, and you had this wonderful newborn baby, and you have all these dreams and all this anticipation, and you bring that adorable baby home, and you start pouring yourself into and caring for this child.
I'm getting tired.
Oh, you're getting tired just listening. Right. So we hear from moms that just kind of tell us, you know, I'm feeling overwhelmed. This is just so much, and I'm becoming weary and exhausted. And what did you do to get past that? I'm losing sleep. I'm losing my thought process. Share with us.
It's normal. It's normal to feel overwhelmed. It's normal to have those days that you go, all right, I want to quit. And so I think that's really important. But the second thing that comes to my mind, and I think it took me a while to learn this lesson, but I had to learn that in order to take care of my child, I had to learn also how to take care of myself.
Yes.
And I'm reminded of this concept every time I get on an airplane, because you know what they do on an airplane? They will say, if the pressure changes in the cabin, then an oxygen mask will drop from above you. And if that oxygen mask drops, and you are traveling with a small child or an elderly person, they will say, please put your own oxygen mask on first, and then you may help your child.
Which is counterintuitive.
It's completely counterintuitive. It's not what we would do knee-jerk.
Right.
So you have to think about that. And I love that reminder because it is exactly what a mom needs to do. And it took me a while to realize that self-care, taking care of myself, is not selfish. This is not selfish.
Excellent.
And I think that's really important because moms do not understand that self-care is an essential part of your job description as a mom.
Right.
Because if you don't take care of yourself, then you get on this empty tank.
Right.
And I like to think of it, we all have a fuel tank in us. It's an emotional fuel tank, a spiritual fuel tank. And our goal is to keep that tank about half full, from half full to full. But what happens as a mom is we let it get down there on empty, and I can tell you way too many times that I let it get on empty, and then when you get on empty, you're in a pile on the floor, you're crying your eyes out, and somebody's got to come along and rescue you.
Right.
But what I've learned is if I keep that, if I'm intentional about taking time for myself, what refuels you? So I would ask that, what refuels you as a mom, as a human being? Like for me, I'm refueled by being alone. Now, I've got girlfriends, they're refueled by being with other people. You have to know what is your fuel, and then you have to be proactive about finding that fuel. Now, nobody's going to find it for you. Nobody's going to hand it to you. Nobody's going to help you pull up to that filling station.
And somebody else's fuel isn't your fuel.
It isn't.
So don't do what makes Jill happy. Do what makes Tracey feel full.
You know, I always yearned for quiet, to be alone. And then I realized, in fact, I understood introvert, extrovert to be an introvert was somebody who was outgoing, or an introvert was somebody who was shy, an extrovert was somebody outgoing. Well, I later learned I was defining it wrong. An introvert is somebody who's refueled by being alone. An extrovert is somebody who's refueled by being with people.
Right.
Well, when I learned that, and I realized I'm actually an introvert because I'm refueled by being alone. I don't think I figured that out till child number 4. Now, this is a problem for a woman who is surrounded by children all the time, and I wasn't understanding it. So I think we have to know our fuel, we have to seek it out ourselves, and the other thing that we have to do is not be afraid to ask for help. You know, and stomping around the house is not...
Stomping, I heard that. Stomping.
Stomping around the house and getting ticked at our husband because he's just not getting it, it does not count as communication.
Right.
Okay, we have to ask with words, real words. Honey, could you please give the baby a bath tonight?
Well, moms, that is some wonderful advice from Jill. So I'm going to challenge you. We're both going to challenge you.
Absolutely.
Figure out what your fuel is and ask for it.
Absolutely. Make the plans.
Make the plans. All right, moms, we'll see you next week on Mom Life Today. Thanks. Bye.